Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to my podcast, The Meetest World. I know it's been a long time. I'm like 6 episodes behind. But when I tell y'all that it's been so much going on, it's been so much going on. So let's just dive into it, okay? So this episode is called Caution or Paranoia when it comes to kids and public transportation. So, back in the day when I used to catch the bus, public transportation to middle school, I had a slew of friends that I could actually say were my friends catching it with me. So, and then a little back then it wasn't as hectic as it is now with these crazy people out here, predators and stuff like that. And it was easier for me, and I think it was easier for my mom because she would pray with us in the morning before we left, and then she always had her faith with that we would be okay, that the angels would be with us while we were gone, and she could go off to work or stuff like that. And then I always made it my business to help as far as my little brothers and sisters was concerned, so that also pulled some weight off of her. But these days, I'm skeptical. So my daughter is going to sixth grade. Um, Her school is almost west, but it's not. It's still east of Baltimore. But it's a school she wanted to go to for certain reasons, and I like to let her explore different stuff as far as like what she want to do, like cheerleading, art, and all that other stuff. And so her school focuses on what she want to do. So I have no problem sending her there. Plus, a few of her friends are going, and then I have a niece that goes there. Um, the difference between now and then, like I said, I had a slew of friends or a slew of classmates on the bus stop with me, walking to the bus stop with me, on the bus stop with me, going to the same school, and then leaving school and getting back on the bus to go home. So it was easy until I did wind up moving in my 8th grade, my second my second time in 8th grade. I wound up moving to another part of town, but I was still able to leave the school, get on that certain bus, and then catch another bus with some people that I knew wasn't as close as my best friends was, but they were close enough where though we can ride together, and I'll feel more comfortable with them there. Um, Times has definitely changed, and I'm not gonna say it's paranoia. I'm definitely gonna say I'm cautious because, like I said, times changed. Kids are more cruel. Some adults are even more on their hunting time. Put it whatever way you want to. There's certain things that I can't say, but it's like I said, it's caution for me. I would rather get a job that revolves around the time that I have to take her to school than to have her ride alone. Because, like I said, a lot of where we're staying now, a lot of her classmates that's going with her to the same school, middle school, are don't live up here by us. So that means that they will be closer to the school, or they will be coming from another direction. So she wouldn't be able to, meet up with them to catch the same bus. She would literally have to catch a different bus from here to the bus that they would possibly be on together, but there's no guarantee. Yeah, so it's just like, it's not, is it me? I know it's not me in the sense, but I want comments. I want, responses on what y'all think. Because back to what I said, this world is vicious now. Um, so like I said, I would rather get a job where it revolves around her school schedule. And I also have my mom, but sometimes I don't want to, put that burden on her. Um, I have my sister, but some days she worked, early in the morning. I think this new school, you have to be there later than the school she's coming out of. Um, so it's like, what y'all think? Sorry, forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There's gonna be stuff popping up on my video, but it's okay. So what y'all think? Is it caution or is it paranoia? Because even when she was in 4th grade, I seen kids coming to school by themselves. I don't know where they. Granted, I don't know how far they're coming from, but it always was a thought in the back of my mind, like, where are they coming from? How far are they coming from? But it only takes a second. It only takes a second for something to happen, and I trust nobody. Anybody that know me can tell you I'm cautious of my daughter, as any parent is or should be. So I'm just wondering, like, should I take that? I don't know about taking a chance now in 6th grade, probably 8th grade. But yeah, I would much rather have a job that revolves around her schedule, where so I can take her to school and go to work after. And then I always have someone to pick her up, and then I just get them get her from them. It's just the thought in the back of my mind always gonna be, we're not living in certain times. I mean, granted, every time had their scares. I'm gonna put it like that, with certain people, but it's more vicious now. Like, I live in one of the top cities, the top violent cities in the U.S. Granted, I'm trying to get out of here, but that's going to be some time. The Lord's will won't be too long. But everywhere has a little danger to it. So sometimes it doesn't even matter where you live in, because these days they attacking any and everywhere. So yeah, what do y'all think? Is it paranoia, or am I being cautious? This little girl, my daughter, means the world to me. She is definitely a miracle baby. If you know me, you know the story. She's definitely a miracle to me. Like I said, if you know me, you know the story. So it's hard for me to let a lot of things happen with her. Granted, I don't shelter her. I don't keep her in the house because of my paranoia. She goes places, a lot of places. But it's the people I pick to, the places she has gone to, or the places she be wanting to go to, I don't mind, because it's the same people and I trust them. I trust these adults to watch her. I trust these adults to make sure she's good. I trust these adults, whereas though I ain't got to call FaceTime her 24/7. I ain't got time to say, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Because she's around people that I know has her back, that I know will make sure she's good. So I'm not paranoid. I'm cautious on my end. But I wish the world was a little bit more calmer and stuff like that, because then I wouldn't be as cautious, but I would still be, regardless, I'm gonna be who I am, because she's mine. It's just a lot. You know, I'm really trying with her with a lot of things, but this one thing is gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute because I know when she's already asking when she could catch the bus by herself, and it's just like she coming out of fifth grade next week, and it's like before we even got to the end of fifth grade, she was asking. Granted, it was times where I would let her walk to the school by herself. So we would get off, or I'll let her out at the corner, right there at the corner, and let her walk down to the school, just to give me some, I guess, just to give it a chance. So I would let her get off or get out at the corner and walk down to the school. Well, when I first lost my car, I had started working at a place for kids and adults with disabilities. And at that time, I was training, and I had to be there at a certain time. And of course, she got to be there at. She had to have been to school at 7:25, between 7:25 and 7:45. We would usually see one of her teachers on the public transportation. But when we would be a little behind her, the teacher would be already at the school. I would have to trust and put my faith in God that she's okay to catch the bus. I mean, walk from the bus stop where we stopped and walk to the school. It wasn't that far away from the corner of where we would get off at, or where I would let her, because I would let her get off and walk, and then I would stay on the bus and continue down to probably about 2 stops down to my next bus. It was easier, of course, when I had a vehicle, because I could take her directly to the school and at that time, and then go straight to the training. But I was catching public transportation, so I would let her get off and walk to the school, and I would stay on and go to my next stop. Granted, I would text her or tell her to text me when she got in the school. Sometimes it would be hard for her because they go straight into the, like, after breakfast, they would go straight into the gym and would set to stand in line, wait and stuff like that. So it would be hard for them to use a cell phone. And so I did communicate with a few other teachers on the app and just asked them, like, did she make it? Did she make it in? Did she make it in? And sometimes before I can even say anything or ask them, they'd be like, Mackenzie's here. Mackenzie made it in. And I would be like, oh, thank God. And it felt good that I could let go of that part. But at the end of the day, it's the point of, like, a distance drive, a distance of travel for her. And I'm working on it, because I know eventually it's going to come that I will have to release her to the world of transportation, depending on where her next school is. Because, you know, some schools do have the buses that come and pick them up, and that's a little bit more satisfying. That's a little bit more safe than the MTA. Because I saw a video last week when an MTA bus driver let a little boy on, about 5 years old, and a lady on the bus recorded it. And at first she didn't say anything, but then she approached the driver. It was like, you let this little boy on by himself, because eventually he's getting off at the wrong stop, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And the bus driver just basically said, that's not our job. And they nasty anyway. So to adults, it's like, I've seen it. I've been not a victim of it, but I've experienced it. And they nasty. They horrible. So she wound up pursuing the situation rather than leaving it alone. And thank God for her, because, like the bus driver said, unfortunately, it's not their job. It's not their business who gets on and off the bus, regardless of age. And I think with little kids like that, it's it's just the like if I was a bus driver, it would be nerve wracking to me that he would be getting on the bus, so by himself at 5 years old. So come to find out, he was getting on the wrong bus. He was supposed to be waiting for the yellow bus. His mom had to go to work, and that's another thing about that. You have to work. Sometimes you can't pick your hours. Some parents can't pick their hours, and they have to send their kids alone to do stuff. But he was supposed to be on the yellow bus, but he wound up getting on the MTA bus. So instead of the bus driver at least saying, "Do you belong on this bus? Do you think you belong on the yellow bus?" He simply let him just get on. Kids like that, I would question, because they're not with another older sibling or another older kid where they both are together and they're going the same way. I would question it because he's alone. And thank God the lady did do what she did, because he did get on the wrong bus. But like I said, some parents can't choose when they had their work hours. They have to take what they are given. And that's the hard part about it. Because you have to put your faith in God and in the Lord that your kid is fine. And when you are in a strong relationship with God, then you won't have to worry about certain things. I'm still working on that. Me and God, we cool. But I have to work on trusting him more. I trust him more wholeheartedly now. I've always have, but I'm human. Just like everybody else, I slip off from God and just stress myself out about simple things that I know he gonna take care of, and I know I don't have to worry about. But in the back of my mind, I'm Zena. If you know me, I'm sensitive Susie. Emotionally and physically, I'm sensitive Susie. So it's not I don't trust him. It's that I let the devil and negativity take my mind away from the fact that I have this relationship with him that I'm trying to build stronger and stronger. But I have to remember, I read my Bible, I pray, and then I have to remember that he's there. I have to keep in mind that he's there with me, my daughter, and whomever else I pray for. And I pray for everybody. Even if I don't know God, in my prayer, I just say everybody in the world, everybody in my city, my family and friends, and my daughter, everybody. So it's I just gotta get that comfort back completely. So like I said, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't be scared to tell me to chill, even though that's not going to really, I'm not going to chill now, but I'm going to try. I got a couple of years until she's really going to want to, do stuff on her own. as far as that. So, just like the title say, is it caution or is it paranoia? Because when it comes to parenting, I don't even think paranoia should even be in a topic. I think it's either caution or you simply don't care. I'm sorry. But I'm one of them parents that I choose to pick a job that revolves around my daughter's schedule for now. But like I said, everybody don't have that luxury to choose what days, choose what hours you work, because you need a job. You gotta take care of that kid or kids. So let me know, y'all. I thank you again. This probably be my 5th one I record today because I'm behind. But I thank y'all. Thank y'all again. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for coming in and joining the Midas World. I'll see you next time. Bye.